I feel like I'm the only one that's sad about Bellator actually finally, after so long, being dead. We're going to talk about that today. Probably going to be a quick video. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your guy with many YouTube channels. Bear with me, everybody. I'm still under the weather. Apologies. I'm deep breathing hard here. So as we all know, it's been a few days now, and Ariel Helwani ended up breaking the news before anybody else, it seems, and all of a sudden, PFL finally took all of the Bellator fighters, and they're just going to be fighting under the PFL banner now. Bellator is officially dead. I feel like I'm the only person who really cares about this. I feel like I was Bellator's last fan, man. It's so nostalgic to me because when I became a UFC fan, I kind of got into it like all at once. I was watching every fight possible. My dad introduced me to Bellator, and Bellator obviously was on a lot more than what we see right now, and the fighters are fighting a lot more often than what we see right now. And I was watching the UFC and Bellator together, and it's just very, like I said, nostalgic. I have all of these memories watching Bellator with my family, and I've still really enjoyed the product. Yeah, you know what? Is it as good as the UFC? Is it as good as One Championship? No. Like, even you can compare it to Octagon, and they have a lot of better fights right now. And that's not like a dig at Octagon or anything like that. I'm just trying to think of, like, everything that I watch. The Bellator product, unfortunately, has gone downhill over time, but I really enjoyed what Bellator brought. I really enjoyed the walkouts. I really enjoyed the ring. I really enjoyed the commentators, the team over at the desk. I loved everything that Bellator ended up bringing to the table. And now we can see all of those fighters, okay? The Bellator fighters are still around. And I hope that they keep a lot of the team that's been working for Bellator. And it's just, okay, it's going to be PFL. That's it. I hope realistically nothing changes. And like I said, we're going to have all of these fighters still fighting. And I like watching a lot of Bellator fighters fight. I know that some people don't like, Bellator has its fair share of snooze fest, but I still enjoy watching their fighters for the most part. They have some fantastic talent over there. The problem being, though, the PFL and the events that I've watched from the PFL, and the PFL, I've really, really tried to get into, man. I've really tried to get into it. I just don't really like their product all that much. You know what? Sometimes they have some good fights, but honestly, there's nothing that really stands out. They're kind of few and far in between. I don't like how long they take to get to each fight. I don't really like the product in general, man. And I tried to support it so hard because I was a big fan of Don Davis. Well, I wasn't a big fan. That was not what I was supposed to say. Excuse me. I really respected Don Davis when he came about, and when he first purchased Bellator, or the PFL first purchased Bellator, he said something along the lines of, well, Bellator has this massive fan base. Why are we just going to go squash something that people have grown to love throughout the years? And I'm like, that's awesome. So I was sitting back, I'm like, okay, I'm going to just support the PFL whenever I can. Plus, I love watching martial arts. Why not? I could not bring myself to enjoy their product. Yeah, you know what? Their fight's on, and I'll watch them if there's nothing else to watch, but I have never been excited for any fight in the PFL. That might change now that there's Bellator fighters, and actually that has changed because I really like their crossover event that they did, but I really worry that this is going to be under the PFL banner. Now, like, that's actually what it's going to be, but is it going to get infected by what I don't like about the PFL? So, Bellator is officially dead. I hate to say it. I hate it. Like, it's the end of an era for me, man. I have spent years watching Bellator with my dad, with my family. I really, really enjoyed a lot of the fighters over from Bellator. Like I said, I loved their entire product. I feel like I was one of Bellator's biggest fans, and it really, really, really is actually like a punch to the gut to me because I'm like, man, I would imagine for a lot of you, it's like the UFC, just straight up coming to an end out of nowhere, right? But unfortunately, it was a long time coming. The Bellator events, they've been less frequent, and this is something that we kind of saw coming for a very long time. So I wanted to take this quick video and say to Scott Coker, everybody else working at Bellator, thank you very, very much for all of the years of entertainment. It has been phenomenal. I will never in a million years forget Bellator. I loved it so much, guys. Speaking of MMA promotions, though, let me point you to this video over here because I talked about the good and the bad of each MMA promotion that I watched. Thank you very much for being here, everybody. Take care.